Shot my dog, I can't stand.
Gucci marks generated this shit.
Yeah, shot my dog, I can't stop. Yeah, shot my dog until she drops. 2,000 volts straight in her top. Cause my dog can't stay in her spot. Yeah, got this remote on me like in my Glock. If Kaya try to move, she out of luck. She better know I don't give a fuck. She's getting off her place, she's getting struck. Gotta stay in that little place for 8 hours. She getting up, I can't allow her. She my Palestine, I got the power. I'm in my electric ivory tower. Why she act like such a baby? When I shock her, she go crazy, making me look bad on the stream. Gonna hit her with my power beam. I don't know why that stupid dog just yelped. She should know better not to call for help. Cause you already know where my stream is. I do some shit that would get me banned. Don't you know how much money I spent? That dog costs more than your mama rent. I got the most expensive breed. You know that's the one I need. That stupid dog is so spoiled. Yeah, one more time she getting boiled. Moving with my dog to China. I'll lead her up, goodbye to Kaya. Shot my dog, I can't stand.
Gucci marks generated this shit.
Yeah, shot my dog, I can't stop. Yeah, shot my dog until she drops. 2,000 volts straight in her top. Cause my dog can't stay in her spot. Yeah, got this remote on me like in my Glock. If Kaya try to move, she out of luck. She better know I don't give a fuck. She's getting off her place, she's getting struck. Gotta stay in that little place for 8 hours. She getting up, I can't allow her. She my Palestine, I got the power. I'm in my electric ivory tower. Why she act like such a baby? When I shock her, she go crazy, making me look bad on the stream. Gonna hit her with my power beam. I don't know why that stupid dog just yelped. She should know better not to call for help. Cause you already know where my stream is. I do some shit that would get me banned. Don't you know how much money I spent? That dog costs more than your mama rent. I got the most expensive breed. You know that's the one I need. That stupid dog is so spoiled. Yeah, one more time she getting boiled. Moving with my dog to China. Dog just yelped. She should know better not to call for help. Cause you already know where my stream is. I do some shit that would get me banned. Don't you know how much money I spent? That dog costs more than your mama rent. I got the most expensive breed. You know that's the one I need. That stupid dog is so spoiled. Yeah, one more time she getting boiled. Moving with my dog to China. I'll lead her up, goodbye to Kaya. Shot my dog, I can't stand.
Gucci marks generated this shit.
Yeah, shot my dog, I can't stop. Yeah, shot my dog until she drops. 2,000 volts straight in her top. Cause my dog can't stay in her spot. Yeah, got this remote on me like in my Glock. If Kaya try to move, she out of luck. She better know I don't give a fuck. She's getting off her place, she's getting struck. Gotta stay in that little place for 8 hours. She getting up, I can't allow her. She my Palestine, I got the power. I'm in my electric ivory tower. Why she act like such a baby? When I shock her, she go crazy, making me look bad on the stream. Gonna hit her with my power beam. I don't know why that stupid dog dodgy up. Shock, shock, shock. She should know better not to call for help. Shock, shock, shock. Cause you already know where my stream is. Shock, shock, shock. I do some shit that would get me banned. Shock, shock, shock. Don't you know how much money I spent? Yeah. Shock, shock. That dog costs more than your mama rent. Shock, shock, shock. I got the most expensive breed. Shock, shock, shock. You know that's the one I need. Shock, shock, shock. That stupid dog is so spoiled. Shock, shock, shock. Yeah, one more time she getting boiled. Shock, shock, shock. Moving with my dog to China. Shock, shock, shock. I'll lead her up goodbye to Kaya. Shock, shock, shock. Shot my dog, I can't stand.
Lucha Marks generated this shit.
Yeah, shock, shock, shock. Shot my dog, I can't stop. Yeah, shock, shock, shock. Shot my dog until she drops. Shock, shock, shock. 2,000 volts straight in her top. Shock, shock, shock. Cause my dog can't stay in her spot. Yeah, shock, shock, shock. Got this remote on me like in my Glock. Shock, shock, shock. If Kaya try to move, she out of love. Shock, shock, shock. She better know I don't give a fuck. Shock, shock. She's getting off her place, she's getting struck. Shock, shock, shock. Gotta stay in that little place for 8 hours. Shock, shock, shock. She getting up, I can't allow her. Shock, shock, she my Palestine, I got the power. Shock, shock, shock. I'm in my electric ivory tower. Shock, shock, shock. Why she act like such a baby? Shock, shock, shock. When I shock her, she go crazy. Shock, shock, shock. Making me look bad on the stream. Shock, shock, shock. Gonna hit her with my power beam. Shock, shock, shock. I don't know why that stupid dodgy up. Shock, shock, shock. She should know better not to call for help. Shock, shock, shock. Cause you already know where my stream is. Shock, shock, shock. I do some shit that would get me banned. Shock, shock, shock. Don't you know how much money I spent? Yeah. Shock, shock. That dog costs more than your mama rent. Shock, shock, shock. I got the most expensive breed. Shock, shock, shock. You know that's the one I need. Shock, shock, shock. That stupid dog is so spoiled. Shock, shock, shock. Yeah, one more time she getting boiled. Shock, shock, shock. Moving with my dog to China. Shock, shock, shock. I'll lead her up goodbye to Kaya. Shock, shock, shock. Shot my dog, I can't stand.
Lucha Marks generated this shit.
Yeah, shock, shock, shock. Shot my dog, I can't stop. Yeah, shock, shock, shock. Shot my dog until she drops. Shock, shock, shock. 2,000 volts straight in her top. Shock, shock, shock. Cause my dog can't stay in her spot. Yeah, shock, shock, shock. Got this remote on me like in my Glock. Shock, shock, shock. If Kaya try to move, she out of love. Shock, shock, shock. She better know I don't give a fuck. Shock, shock. She's getting off her place, she's getting struck. Shock, shock, shock. Gotta stay in that little place for 8 hours. Shock, shock, shock. She getting up, I can't allow her. Shock, shock, she my Palestine, I got the power. Shock, shock, shock. I'm in my electric ivory tower. Shock, shock, shock. Why she act like such a baby? Shock, shock, shock. When I shock her, she go crazy. Shock, shock, shock. Making me look bad on the stream. Shock, shock, shock. Gonna hit her with my power beam. Shock, shock, shock. I don't know why that stupid dodgy up. Shock, shock, shock. She should know better not to call for help. Shock, shock, shock. Cause you already know where my stream is. Shock, shock, shock. I do some shit that would get me banned. Shock, shock, shock. Don't you know how much money I spent? Yeah. Shock, shock. That dog costs more than your mama rent. Shock, shock, shock. I got the most expensive breed. Shock, shock, shock. You know that's the one I need. Shock, shock, shock. That stupid dog is so spoiled. Shock, shock, shock. Yeah, one more time she getting boiled. Shock, shock, shock. Moving with my dog to China. Shock, shock, shock. I'll lead her up goodbye to Kaya. Shock, shock, shock. Shot my dog, I can't stand.
Lucha Marks generated this shit.
Yeah, shock, shock, shock. Shot my dog, I can't stop. Yeah, shock, shock, shock. Shot my dog until she drops. Shock, shock, shock. 2,000 volts straight in her top. Shock, shock, shock. Cause my dog can't stay in her spot. Yeah, shock, shock, shock. Got this remote on me like in my Glock. Shock, shock, shock. If Kaya try to move, she out of love. Shock, shock, shock. She better know I don't give a fuck. Shock, shock. She's Getting off her place, she's getting shocked. Gotta stay in that little place for 8 hours. She getting up, I can't allow her. She my Palestine, I got the power. I'm in my electric ivory tower. Why she act like such a baby? When I shock her, she go crazy, making me look bad on the stream. Gonna hit her with my power beam. I don't know why that stupid dog G-up. She should know better not to call for help. Cause you already know where my stream is.
Enough of this song. I bet it's stuck in everybody's head now. Welcome everybody. Late night stream today. Shock. All right, quickly before we get into the main topic. I just want to go over, the whole TwitchCon thing. You guys have been hearing about it properly. They've released another statement. Seems like it's coming from Dan Clancy. It's signed from Dan Clancy. So let's read it quickly before we get into the main topic. First, I want to be upfront and take accountability for the security incident that occurred during Emiru's meet and greet. It shouldn't have happened, and we take that very seriously. We failed, both in allowing it to occur and in our response following it. We mismanaged our communication about the incident, and that includes the comments I made. I apologize to Emiru for all that took place. What are we doing moving forward? So for meet and greets, we've begun a complete analysis of the incident that took place, as well as other issues that came to our attention after TwitchCon concluded. We're examining everything from how we do signups to the layout to increased security controls. We're also doing a comprehensive review of overall event safety and security, and we'll be making updates for future TwitchCons. While we won't be sharing all security updates for privacy and safety reasons, we will keep our community informed about changes that directly impact attendees. We have heard concerns about IRL streaming at TwitchCon. Twitch has evolved over the years, and IRL streaming is a part of Twitch. But we need to ensure that TwitchCon meets the needs of a variety of participants. We will be reviewing how we handle IRL streaming at TwitchCon, and we'll have more to share soon. I don't know how they're going to do that. Like, are they going to do a no-film zone and some zones where they do film people? I mean, I guess they could do something like that. Because for VTubers, they don't want to appear on cameras, but they still need to attend. Finally, we got clear feedback on accessibility across the event. We're reviewing with our team, including our production and venue staff, so that we're better equipped for future events. You put a lot of trust in us by attending TwitchCon, and we take our responsibility to keep you safe seriously. We know that TwitchCon means a lot to a lot of people and means a lot to us. Be on the lookout for more updates, and thanks for being part of Twitch. It feels like, I don't know, the response to this is pretty negative so far. It feels a little bit like too little too late, especially after they've doubled down a couple times on the Emiru thing. They kind of brushed it off. The PR response was not great. Then we have like Smug Elena here. People were calling this out before this year's TwitchCon even happened because you've established such a horrible reputation for SA and security. And that is true. Like, it's become like synonymous with being date drugged, But now you suddenly care. Next year's gonna be different, guys. Get real. You need to resign. Ain't reading all that, Dan, but it's clear your ass only wrote this because you're scared of Emiru's incoming lawsuit. Have fun in court, old man, and don't forget to run 5 ads before the hearing. The time to take accountability would have been when it happened. You're the CEO. Addressing and resolving this would have been more important than creator parties if you actually cared. True, because Dan was found at a party the night that Emiru got assaulted. Now this reads as damage control, especially since it happened a week ago. Being reactive is no longer acceptable. This is what a lot of people are saying here. Even Alara said that. As a leader, no, a CEO, you're supposed to be proactive, not reactive. Well, this is a step in the right direction. It's a bit too late. I understand challenges and obstacles, but a majority of these things come down to poor planning and failure to take action on anticipated needs. The signs have been there for a while and they were ignored. I actually really like this Alara response. I think I'm right there with her. Like, yeah, it's a step in the right direction, but yeah, it feels a little too late. And it's been happening for a while, but instead of taking measures to fix it, they've kind of just let it go down, you know, hill. But in light of this, something amazing has happened, and Gucci Marks has come up with a new banger called This Some CEO Type Shit that we're gonna listen to right now. Yeah.
Why like I'm fun? Yes, Danny and this bitch. It's my platform, baby. Come stream on Twitch. I like I'm crazy. Get Danny fucking rich. Girls don't be lazy.
Get Danny fucking rich.
Energy in that clip. Go buy a hot tub. Strip down. Shawty lose the fit. And Danny 6.
Go buy a hot tub.
But still want some off that drip. Don't worry about safety. Twitch con, you're wild and free.
No way.
Don't bring security.
Ah, I'm screaming. No, not that do not bring security.
You say Twitch greedy, cause it's a 50-50 split, and I don't care that. You get a 95 on kick.
Why is this so good?
Yeah, this is Gucci coming hit. If you're not happy, you can always leave.
Wait, he said, and I don't care that you get 95 split on Kick. Nah, the lyrics are absolute bangers.
It quick, 'cause we got baddies. That's the most important bit. Come round and blow off. Yeah, right here is live on Twitch. It's a soft core side. We got the girlies getting lit. Take all your clothes
Oh my
off.
god.
Flash
This
your
is,
tits.
yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
How did they do that?
Don't know when Twitch dying. Revenue falling off a cliff. It's not the same now. Also got down and sick. So sad I'm crying. But I got this furry diaper skit on the page now.
Not the furry diaper skit on the front page now. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Baby, yeah, this some CEO type shit. My life a movie. TwitchCon was off the grid. I'ma watch some streams now.
Oh
Chill
my
out,
god.
cool off a bit. See you in the next one. Gucci Marks generated the shit.
Absolute banger. Oh my god. Oh my god. Absolute cinema. Okay, please put these songs on Spotify. What the fuck? Why is this so good? Why is this so good? This is what AI was made for. For real. Please. Oh my god. Like, legit, the lyrics are good. The name of the song is This Some CEO Type Shit. Even the song is great. But like, how did they do the video bits and stuff? Of him dancing in the Gucci suit. Like, this is... I can't believe AI is so advanced now. Hi guys. Straight gas. Is that a good thing? Straight gas? I've never heard this expression before. Hey, happy birthday, Ball Right. Well, some people in my comment section were saying it's not just AI. Like, some of the stuff the person who uploaded the video must have done like by hand. Yeah, even if you hate AI, you gotta admit that was crazy. True. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, it's a mixture. It's not just purely using AI. Yeah, probably. Probably, because I don't know how he does it, honestly. It's pretty good though. He put some edits in between, like the Twitch clips. Yeah, like everything that he's put in, it's very like current. And it's all a reference to something that's actually happened. Like the Twitch clips, they're all like actually happened. The line, come to TwitchCon but don't bring security, it had me screaming. Oh man, that was good. That's rad. That's rad is so like, I don't know, 10 years ago. Okay. Read my place. I have focus. Whew. Okay, so yesterday there was some pretty heavy accusation from this indie VTuber called Barry Loaf against another now indie VTuber called MarieFD. And if you were present in the stream yesterday and you followed the news, MarieFD is believed to be Reimu Endu, formerly from Niji Sanji EN. Barry Loaf had some pretty serious accusations in the video she dropped. First of all, she mentions a relationship between Mary and another liver at Niji Sanji that lasted briefly in 2022. Then she starts talking about how Barry herself was in a relationship with another liver at Niji Sanji, who is believed to be Ike Eveland. And Mary, during that time, started hitting on Ike, even confessing a crush to him, and also throwing herself at him in one dinner that they had in Japan. Now, there is screenshot proof of both of these claims. After this, Barry claims that she has confronted Mary. They had Ike confront Mary as well, and then both Barry and Ike and Mary were in a voice call, in a group call, where they confronted her again and explained to her how this made them uncomfortable, yada yada. After that, Barry Loaf starts saying how she started receiving harassment, dox, and death threats. So she felt like she had no choice but to go to Niji Sanji to tell them of this issue so they could try to resolve it. She gets put in touch with a Niji Sanji representative. The Niji Sanji representative says, there's a screenshot of that, where he says that they've... Wait, I can pull the screenshot actually. I think we have it. Say that they've, looked into it. Given the severity of her action, we have determined that the level of malice involved is substantial. Therefore, at 7 p.m. JST on October 18, we concluded that her penalty will either be a public apology accompanied by a suspension of activities or a contract termination if no apology is made. We will try not to disclose your identity as the source of this information. We must show her the bullying and doxing comments from her locked X account as part of the process to either terminate her contract or secure a public apology. As a result, she may be able to deduce that you are the source of this information. So this is really the strongest claim that Barry had. Like, this screenshot is the strongest screenshot from the entire document, I believe. I think right before this or right after this, I'm not too sure of the timeline, Ike Evelyn graduated. And then Reimu Endu finally graduated. She did not get terminated. She didn't do the public apology. there was no mention of the like events that Barry went through when she graduated, and Barry felt like instead of Reimu getting punished, she kept on being, promoted. She was getting merch jobs. She was getting a new outfit. She was, getting events. So it felt like there was no punitive action. Now, Barry claims that she was ready to let this go and not talk about it. But as we've seen in yesterday's stream, Mary made a few comments on her on beginning of October. I don't exactly remember the date, on a live stream. It's in our Discord server if you guys want to go check it out. Discord.gg/Shrima. Make sure to join. And she kind of talks about her as this crazed girlfriend that kept thinking that she was going to steal her man. But Mary was saying that she was not interested in the dude at all, that she was just friends with it. And she was kind of like talking about her like she's this crazy girl. So I guess Barry heard that and she didn't like how she portrayed the events. She believes that they're lies. So she came out with this video response. Now, she says that Ike is her former partner. She doesn't name him by name, obviously, in the video, but we piece things together and we believe it's him. So they're not together anymore. And now, just a few hours after the video from Barry Loaf dropped, MarieFD came out with her own Google document last night at 10:20 p.m. I think just right after I stopped stream. Oh, they were already normalized before Master N. So I think it's a short doc, so that's fine. And it, to me, like, this came out very quickly. I have a feeling that she had that ready already. I did not read through it yet, but let's give it a read. And I'm ready to keep an open mind on this. We said yesterday that this was all allegations and we wanted to hear her side of the story. And since we dedicated some time to one side, I think it's only fair that we dedicate time to the opposite side. Wow, thanks, Spirit. So she tweets here, "Thank you for being kind and giving me a bit of time to reply and give context on what happened recently. I'm sorry if it ended up being so long too. I'm not used to writing these and I never saw myself having to write one and having to act like this." Hello everyone. I never thought I'd be having to write a document on any situation at all in my life, but due to a lot of misinformation being spread publicly and my name being used in these declarations, I have no other options but to write this. I know how the community feels about documents. Well, at least she acknowledges that. Thank you. And about airing private matters. This is the main reason as to why I didn't even want to write one from the start. I believe the situation was a private matter between individuals that had already been discussed and resolved in private. However, in fairness to everyone involved, I believe it's important for my side of the story to be available as well so that people can have a complete picture of what truly happened. Due to signed NDAs, I cannot share all screenshots or specific work-related details. But all relevant information has already been provided to both my legal counsel and my previous workplace. Thank you so much, Combat Sea Wolf. Thank you, thank you. I don't even know how to put the dark mode on Google Docs. Do you guys prefer dark modes? However, no, we read that, sorry. I'll try to keep this document as short, God bless, but clear as possible because, again, I know how the community feels about documents. Apologies for any kind of grammar or spelling mistakes. English is not my first language. Oh, use an extension for it? Okay, well then that's why I don't have it. I don't think I'd size screen a docky, but it's kind of small, isn't it? But then, again, it's rather girthy. Listen, not an FBI. It's too early in the stream to get horny. But that's a good one. Yeah, no size queen Docky. For the Docky, we want the opposite. We want small. I think that actually after the negative feedback on how big and girthy the Cinder document was, I think people might go back to doing shorter docs now. Like, we've criticized the length enough. And it's not about the length or the size, guys. It's about how you use it. In 2022, it was claimed that I entered a romantic relationship with an individual that ended poorly. I still don't know the relevance of my personal and romantic life since it wasn't brought up in the rest of Barry's statement, and me having to clear this section out seems a bit out of pocket and unnecessary, but I felt it was needed to address everything that was pointed and painted about me as much as possible. Rumors about my personal relationships are inaccurate. None of my past relationships have ended poorly. The few I've been in the past have ended with two adults mutually agreeing to stop dating and communication slowly decreasing for obvious reasons. Well, she doesn't deny that there hasn't been a relationship. The rat's still on the table. Listen, in the Raziel doc, there was also mention of another relationship that ended poorly. That's all I'm gonna say. But it might not have been this one. She might have been the first relationship mentioned in the Raziel doc. Sometime after she developed a close relationship with another colleague who was my former long-term partner. So she answers here, from my understanding, I think Barry meant friendship and not relationship in this matter.
Horny.
Oh, I'm horny! Kiwasa tip 10! Let me see, was there a message? I fucking love this sound alert. It's never too early to be horny! You picked the perfect sound alert for this message, thank you! So, I had been friends with her past partner for years before working under a corporation. Oh, so she was friends with him before Niji? I had been singing with him in different projects, like my friend's birthday celebration song collab. Is he in there? Oh, I guess I'm not. I guess his PL's gonna be in there. I'm gonna choose to believe her for now. I mean, why would she put it there if it's not him, you know? That'd be stupid. Yeah, they were in the Utaite fucking thing, scene. So, and we had a lot of mutual friends and group friends. All of these were released 9 years ago. I bring these two collaborations up to show from what point we started collaborating publicly. Even though we were not close friends, we were already taking some time before those collabs happened due to mutual friends. We were already talking sometime. Due to mutual friends who participated in those collabs as well. I no longer have access to my Skype for these conversations. Oh god, that was old. Skype mentioned? What's next? VHS? I think, well, there's her problem right there. She saw the goalie and still tried to score. Oh man. So I've known this person for more than 9 years, and I've talked with my friend and him in group calls on Discord more than 9 years ago, and kept on collaborating with him to the point we both were excited when we found out we had also ended up in the same company after years of not talking with each other. All of this is correct. All of this is to correct the timeline presented in the video. I had known, talked, and collaborated with this person years before Barry and him started a relationship, and years before I entered a romantic relationship with a person in 2022. Back in December 2022, I was on a private overseas trip with some girlfriends so I could relax from work, which ended up aligning with a lot of other people, personal trips and work trips. One of them was Barry and her boyfriend's trip. They were not in the Discord group chat on my trip where we would share where to go, when to go, but my friends and them all decided to meet up one night for a nice dinner. Main reason why her boyfriend was feeling upset about the whole trip and with her. We all drank alcohol, but I did not drink to the point of getting drunk. This incident ends up being a he said, she said with the whole group, which was made of around 10 people or more in total, counting her, her boyfriend, me, my friends, and other colleagues were witness to this. The incident she describes where I threw myself onto him was indeed a hug I gave her boyfriend while we were both sitting down. But wait, how can she claim that she didn't drink to the point of getting drunk, but in the screenshot she's replying to Barry saying that she forgot because she was drunk? Okay, maybe I'll just finish reading this because maybe she explains that. The incident she describes where I threw my... Okay, that was a hug. She felt uncomfortable with it, and her past boyfriend notified me of it, so I apologized to both parties. Even I found it shocking since I didn't think a hug would have had that kind of reaction. Yeah, even her boyfriend called it like her throwing herself at him in those screenshots. But because it made her uncomfortable, I did apologize, recognizing her physical boundaries and respecting her relationship, even after asking my friends if they had seen it as something else or me throwing myself onto him and receiving and then telling me it hadn't been like that at all. That was my first and last time I met them in Japan due to my friends having a different schedule with me and them being on a personal trip unrelated to anything work-wise and my personal plans as well. Her ex-boyfriend notified me about this 5 months after the trip had ended due to him not liking confrontation, which I completely understood. All of it was discussed in DMs, the one shown in the video, but also during a Discord call with one of my friends who I had gone to Japan with a couple months after I apologized, and things were cleared out over text. The call as well happened months after to give her more peace of mind. In the call, my friend told her how nobody had seen it as nothing more than the hug it was supposed to be. We all heard her, and even though her boyfriend did not say anything in the call since it was meant for her mostly to tell me how she felt. Alright, I'm gonna zoom in for this because that's tiny. What is this? Regular art should be fine, just the shipping stuff gets that meat and comfy. Okay, I'll be more mindful and just fully avoid any art if it's under that tag. Oh, this is the conversation between her and Ike, and they're talking about the shipping art tag that she's been retweeting. He says, thanks. And then she responds, "No, if anything, I'm so sorry I made you feel uncomfortable all this time. Oh my god, tell Rin I'm so sorry about it. If I made her feel anxious or insulted, I have no weird intentions towards you. Would you be okay with me asking Rin if she would like to speak with you? Sure. Regarding the matter at hand, I mean. Alright. Thanks again. Really appreciate you talking to me about this. And again, sorry for springing it on you so suddenly, especially late at night like this. Regarding the matter at... Wait, we read that. No, don't apologize for it at all. Thank you for bringing it up. I'm sorry. I'll be more mindful. I'm so sorry I hurt you. Even if we're not speaking recently, honestly with all my friends, Lamau, I'm really mad at myself for having made you feel like this, not only in Japan, but also if you overthink on the matter to bring it up to me. Thank you for understanding again. I feel a lot better having gotten it said and hearing your perspective. It really helped put my mind at ease regarding it all. So... here's another screenshot, which seems to be with Mary and somebody else. Rin actually hit me up today because she wanted to talk to me about the whole Ike and you thing, which was really unexpected. And I think there's a lot of miscommunication between you guys. So I'm thinking if you two are uncomfortable with it, do you guys want to talk it out in a call? And I can be there as emotional support sort of thing, lol. But also she's going to talk to Ike and ask him if he's comfortable with that too. Sure. I've been offering that from the very start, but it never happened, Lamau. Did she say exactly what was the main thing bothering her? I guess she feels scared to talk to you one-on-one, maybe. I see. Honestly, it's like a mix of things. Yeah, whatever she's comfortable with, really. Okay. For now, don't mention anything to I, because she's gonna talk to him about it, I guess. I'm trying to understand, because it's my head, it's like one thing, because I barely talk to him right now, and I don't do many collabs or meet up with him, but I want her to tell me them out. That's the point. Okay, we're zooming out again. In the call, she told me her boundaries, which I fully respected after that, and she thanked me for it. Not talk with him one-on-one. She said it made her feel uncomfortable and even hurt her when she knew I was in a group call with him and multiple people. She told me the shipping art we were both retweeting made her uncomfortable, so we both stopped. So this is another discrepancy with the original doc. Mary claims that both Ike and her were retweeting the shipping art stuff, but Ike, from the messages, it sounded like she was it was a one-sided thing, like she was the only one doing it. At least from Dee's message. This is about the event where she threw herself at him. On top of that, another thing that makes him uncomfortable in hindsight, I've noticed an influx a lot of art being liked and RT'd by you, which has made me rather uncomfortable due to the previous incident. I usually just turn a blind eye to ship art, yada yada, so there you go. And then in this screenshot, she says, for the second thing, I generally had no idea I made you and, you know, barred out girlfriend name feel uncomfortable. I'm so sorry. I don't remember throwing myself at you. But again, if you and this person saw it that way and felt that way, I can only apologize. I'm so sorry. I'll be more careful from now on. I guess that's why I went undressed. Wait, was I wrong about her saying that she drank too much? Because I don't see it here. Maybe it's in the other screenshot with her. Oh, drama. Oh, damn. This drama makes me feel like these people were put in Riverdale. They'd still be in the... They'd still be the one being over dramatic. True. Hello, Maggie. I'm gonna be honest with you, I generally don't remember saying that. If I did, I'm sorry, I can assure you, even if he didn't have you as a girlfriend, I wouldn't really do anything to get him, because I can't tell you 100% wholeheartedly. From all these years I talked with him and knew about him, I haven't been attracted to him in the slightest. Okay, so she doesn't say that she drank too much. I was wrong about that. She just says that she doesn't remember twice. Yeah. Okay, back to the doc, now that we, you know, clarified that. Even after the call, she kept on DMing me, asking me why I was talking with him publicly on Twitter. Why was he answering to my tweets but not replying to her DMs? Why were we friends if we were truly friends, or something else? Why were we having group calls with our colleagues? Why were we collabing on stream? All based on his attitude with her and him replying to my tweets. And every time she'd come to me with these questions, I'd reassure her, ask her how she felt, let her vent, and make her, or so I thought, feel comfortable once again, asking her to fully communicate with her partner. Not including any screenshots from any of my friends that had more context regarding her attitude as requested, and also due to the fact many of those Discord groups were made back in 2019 to 2020 and no longer exist. To respect their relationship as much as I can, I'll only disclose one of the many problems they had. She had told me how their relationship had started, the baggage that it carried, and what she called her boyfriend's history with relationships, which made her even more insecure with this all matter. What? Pretty much fed the... Why then doesn't she just include messages between her and Barry? Because clearly they're talking in 2023. That's not 2019 to 2020. Why would she need to put group chats from 2020? Like, see, this is 2023. Like, the timeline is around 2023. Anyway, let's just keep going. To respect the relationship as much as I can, I'll only disclose one of the many problems they had. Okay, we read that. I pretty much fed the words for my breakup, and he didn't even wait a day to tell me he had feelings for me. And I was dating that guy for 3 years, and never once did he want to talk about the future. We lived together in 2 different apartments, and not once did he think about the idea of settling down either. If we have to talk about it, we will calmly. Let's face that when it comes. Or I'm an adult and I will make my own goddamn life in... I don't know what this word means. If I end up moving, if things go south, that was my decision too. Oh shoot, oh man, it's either too fast or your case, Jesus fuck. She vented to me about the many problems she'd have and her feelings, and during that time I opened up to her as well, and I thought we had become comfortable with each other and I could give her as much as reassurance as she needed for her relationship. But this, of course, was not the solution she needed to deal with her personal relationships, and so she stopped talking to me. Due to how volatile she seemed to be regarding my presence, no matter what I did not do, what I'd tell her, our mutual friends would tell her, or her ex-boyfriend would tell her, I decided to cut my interactions with my friends and her ex-boyfriend completely. I was stressed and honestly emotionally tired and decided to leave them to be so they could deal with their relationship problems by themselves without having me as a stress factor as well. The redacted word was a location? Yeah, probably. The last conversation I had with him was on April 27 of 2024, where we talked about canceling several duet songs we had to give me peace of mind and make his girlfriend comfortable. So this is still a convo between Barry and Mary. Girl, no, don't worry. Thank you for reassuring me. No problem, girlie. If you ever need anything else, I'm here too, okay? So this is in 2023. Barry replies, sweet cinnamon angel, baby, I understand. Same to you. Thank you again for answering my question and respecting boundaries for months now. I really appreciate it. Of course, thank you for telling me about them. This is another set of message from, this is 1 hour earlier, this set of message. At the same date. Hi Mary, thank you for adding me. I'm sorry if I caught you off guard or anything. Thank you again for today for joining the group chat and talking things out. After we hung up the call, I remembered I forgot to ask you about one last thing. I was focused on having the main point heard and got a little overwhelmed. A while ago when you first vented about barred out name and said something along the lines to another barred out name, I wish I had a crush on you instead, but then I remembered you have a girlfriend. Is there a reason why you phrased it like that? He mentioned it in passing and I never really understood it. I thought it would be best to ask you directly, then you pass a message along like before. And like you said, you don't have anything towards him, which thank you again for telling me that it helped ease my anxiety. I'm just asking for peace of mind and appreciate you reading all of this. I'm gonna be honest with you, I generally don't remember saying that, and I did it. And if I did, I'm sorry. I really can assure you, even if he didn't have you as a girlfriend, I wouldn't really do anything to get him, because I can tell you 100% wholeheartedly from all these years I talked with him and knew about him, I haven't been attracted to him in the slightest. Maybe what my mind thought was, I'm humbled, you're a good guy. Aha, okay. So, I mean, yeah, the screenshots are out of order, but it doesn't matter, really. It doesn't change the context. This is just 2 different examples that she's putting in the document to showcase that she, you know, tried to reassure Barry and that she was, you know, trying to work with them, I think is the point of this. Now, the screenshots are like beginning of August 1st of the same year. And Barry says, and at that point he was ignoring me too. I won't get too much into it. I guess seeing your tweet and him avoiding, I don't know, it made me feel sad. Mary says, Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, to give you insight from my side, he accidentally got into Hangout and me and barred out name where they're setting up for stream. We talked for like literally 5 minutes before we streamed, and I was typoing all over the place in my waiting room. Then we started stream. I think he joined the call for 1 second to make fun of it, then left. They make it seem like we hanged out for hours before. But you know what I usually did when it hit me first? I generally just ask reassurance from this person, not like directly ask him, but hang out like a plan or a date. And then we'd spend a lot of hours together after that had calmed down. Does that usually work for you? I think because, oh, can I ask this stays between us? Oh yeah, of course. I'm not taking you away from anything, right? Nope, I'm chilling eating Milo right now. How do you eat Milo? Haha, I don't have cereals anymore. They're also cunty, I love it. Sorry, back to what you wanted to talk about, my bad. Lol, don't worry. I think because, well, it took a lot for... I'm just gonna say Ike, it's gonna be easier to understand. Ike to approach you about everything, and then this whole thing festered for God knows how long because we didn't talk it out, so when I get jealous or upset, he's tired of being patient. Understandably so. So when I express it, it automatically turns sour. Mary says, why do you think he's tired of being patient? I don't think he'll ever be tired, though. He loves you a lot. Because he said he's tired of being patient, Lamau. Do you think you bring it up a lot, like directly, and it bothers him? I'm kind of... Oh, it's a quote. A lot of things piled up, I think, and he's the type of person to overcorrect. Oh, and the interaction was just an add-on, not the main reason, so don't worry. Mary says, yeah, I guess you'd already had the main talks about what makes you uncomfy regarding the other topics, right? You seem the kind of person to bring it up to Ike, which is good, and talk it out with him at the moment. I feel it's complicated because the way that I see it, which is like almost no information. Ike tends to overcorrect, but if you see it in a different manner, he's trying his best to make you feel at ease because he wants to make you feel at ease because he cares, right? That's one first good sign. I'm sorry, it's just a lot. I don't want to just pile on you when I legit ask if I could keep you blocked like girl. Instead of pushing all your feelings to one side, right? It's so... I feel like their conversation's hard to follow, guys. Am I the only one that's confused? I feel like this is definitely weird though, that like one person is confiding in the other, but they're like romantic rival. What the fuck is this telenovela, guys? Alright, so Mary says, I mean, it's fine. If you want to keep me blocked, that's okay, don't worry. I ended up poking because maybe telling you the side of the other or that word's story could low-key help you fill in the gaps. Because when you look at that tweet, it's like, bro, Lamau, he didn't call with me this morning and he was hanging out with them again. For how long? Sort of thing. I don't want to. I just don't know what to do with these feelings because they don't go away overnight and I can't hide that, but he is upset that I'm still upset. Mary says, this is gonna sound stupid, but literally what I learned in recent therapy, you need to slowly learn how to be patient and kind with yourself. That's the main thing. I feel you're kicking yourself too hard because you're expecting to feel at ease now. She says, I appreciate you. When it's not normal and it's okay, the same with whatever fight with Ike. You tell him your feelings don't go away, and then you end up blaming yourself and you feel like it's wrong, bringing it up again. You need to be kinder with yourself a bit. Feelings are there to feel, and it might be annoying as fuck, but it's like you're putting on salve. You talk to me, that's something you talk to Ike. That's huge. She says, also cried in the bathroom in Japan. Let's go. Not because of you, don't worry. I'm so sorry, oh god. I'm extremely confused, Shimazu. Barry says, no, it's just meeting a lot of Ike's friends. You're so lucky to have him a lot. Oh, and I am. I'm sorry, I think I did that comment, yeah. But it makes me question what I bring to the table. No, it's natural. Everyone did it. Okay. So Mary continues with the document. Conversations like these, I apologize for making this document so long. Girl, you're good. That's not even long. After what we've been through, that's not even long. That's bite-sized. Would happen again and again and again with the same pattern. She would show me a tweet where I was wishing her ex-partner good luck with work. and she'd ask me why he wasn't answering to her, but he was replying to my tweet. I mean, if this is true, like, this is weird. This is weird. Like, the other girl's really insecure. After a while, things started to feel overwhelming, so I reached out to my friends for advice. That's when I learned this kind of situation had happened before. She apparently had a tendency to fixate on someone when she was feeling insecure, and often led to similar issues in her past relationships. I asked my work... I saw something in chat. The earth is flat, and so is Rima. Ban that guy. Ban him. Mods! Okay, sorry. Rima, place. Back to the dock. She seemed to always have these kind of problems in her previous relationship, and had taken a distance from her since they got as emotionally tired as I did at the end of all of this. One situation they described, which was the last drop in the glass, was her boyfriend had tweeted he didn't want to stream that day. I replied with a simple stream on public. I showed this tweet in my conversation shown below with this friend, asking him, I didn't know what else to do with her because she was arguing to me about this small interaction, saying his reply, "You dummy," sounded flirty towards me, and she wanted me to reassure her I was not flirting back. And I mean, this should be her boyfriend's job, not this other girl, like, not her boyfriend's coworker job to reassure her. And they were hanging out on her birthday in a spa. When she saw the tweet, she started crying for hours and hours, no matter how much our mutual girlfriends would try to calm her down about that simple two-tweet interaction. After I knew all about it from different friends, my own and our mutual ones, I realized I was emotionally tired and viewed all of this as harassment. Not in the call, not the first approach where we had all talked it and set boundaries, but the ongoing communications with her, where I had to explain every single thing I did, but also explain what her boyfriend was doing in the company he was working at. Okay, this is like a long sentence with like no grammar. I had to explain every single thing I did, but also explain what her boyfriend was doing in the company he was working at whenever we could collab to calm her down, since he wouldn't tell her. In the end, I decided to step away once and for all and just cut my interactions with both of them. I communicated this to her boyfriend before making such a decision, asking him what else I could do since she was freaking out from simple interactions, and he himself would tell me didn't know what else to do in frustration. Oh, this part was not... This is the part that was not censored. Okay. By the way, censored name, I'm sorry to stress you about this. Like, I legit can't understand how your situation might be, but Lamau. And then there's this Giazo screenshot. And it's censored in the doc. But when it first came out, it wasn't censored. And I feel like... This is how I feel trying to read the screenshot. Hold up. I need the reaction pic real quick. Where is it? This is how I feel right now trying to read this shit. I'm like, eh? Nani? Okay, so, but if you squint, you can see that it says, I will communicate that through Ike. And then down there it says, I believe, Niji. So this is sort of the confirmation that it is Ike and Niji. So there it is. Proof. These are the people we're talking about. Then there is this other screenshot of Ike tweeting, I miss streaming. Remo replying, stream. And then he replies, I would if I could, you dummy. And then she says, I'll be waiting, lurking in the shadows with a blue light stick. Rima, I don't know how to say this, but I'm watching other VTubers and I start to think that maybe Parrot may be my Oshi. It's a pretty good Oshi to have. I love Parrot. He's chill. One of my good friends, buddies. I think I did what I could do as much as I could so far. So, I'm sorry by the way this ends up being constant stress for you. I barely saw you on the trip too, and to a certain extent I feel sad because I avoided sitting next to you too because I kept on thinking I'd upset her. But at this point, I legit think it just gets out of my hands. I'm sorry. And he replies, I don't think there's much either of us can really do. I've tried talking to her, but she's pretty set in her ways. Rainbow responds, I'm sorry, I know this doesn't help, but you dummy wasn't flirty at all in my eyes. I trust you as a friend, but the sort of thing I feel it's out of my hands, yeah? Hang in there, Besh. After this, we cancelled all collab songs after a couple more interactions, and I stopped interacting with him completely. The only people that knew about this incident in great detail... Okay, wait. Well, yeah. Let me... Chat. Do you guys think that these tweets were flirty at all? Press 1 in chat if you think they were flirty. And 2 if you think they weren't flirty. Two? There's a lot of 2s. There's a 3. There's only one. So I think, yeah, I think most people view this interaction pretty normally. It's a very mild interaction. It's not very flirty. Yeah, it feels like friendly banter to me a lot more. Okay, so let's continue with what Mary writes. The only people that knew about this incident in great details and who were and are content creators were our 3 mutual friends, me, her, and her boyfriend. And none of us ever rejected collab plans or told people to stop collabing with her, which might have ended with her being talked about in different networks. So, this is to address the claim that Barry did in her initial video, where she says that she felt left out of collabs and content after she confronted Reimu. So far, the document feels like it's painting, you know, Barry as a unstable Menhera, insecure and Menhera, it seems. That's very jealous, like of the very jealous type. And she's addressing the, you know, the being left out from content allegations. Now there's no proof of that because Raymond claims that she's under NDA, so she can't really say much. I mean, it's sort of a convenient excuse, but it could be true. I don't see how the NDA would cover her posting screenshots of her talking with friends that aren't necessarily in the company, though. Like, I could understand if there are in the company, but if it's mutual friends that aren't in the company, then, I mean, does it really cover that? I don't know. Let's put a pin on that. Yeah, paranoid at least, yeah. So, doxing. So this is the big claim. This is the biggest claim, at least for me. For some reason, it is heavily implied in the video that I doxed her and shared her private information. Yeah, it's not just implied, it's pretty cut and dry. While I was venting to my friends privately out of stress, I made a single post on a locked personal account, now inactive, was created back in 2016 when I was a minor and I had just started singing online, that had fewer than 10 friends, each of them with multiple private accounts for art, for not safe for work art, or just their personal life account. One was my big sister, actual real sister, while others were friends that knew about this relationship and even mutual friends I had with Barry. Unfortunately, that mutual friend took a screenshot which was shown to Barry. Ex-girlfriend is a fucking Menhera, help. That was it. No other information of hers was revealed to any of my friends, my previous working place, or the outside world. And said tweet had actually been deleted along with several tweets I'd made regarding my real family between 2016 and 2020 due to my private locked account being used for personal matters, sometimes not related to my content creation side, and also just outgrowing the situation and thinking there was no need to use such an account anymore. I have no knowledge of people close to me sending her death threats, and I never did. The situation was never made public, which shocks me to find out she was receiving any death threats at all. If any of my friends did, I like to believe none of them did, I would like to know the exact origin so I can stop associating with them. After suffering from death threats myself, I do not condone this at all and refuse to associate with someone who would do it all out of this situation. I mean, this ex-girlfriend is a fucking Menhera is definitely not a dox. If that's all that she tweeted. Moving on into NDA territory, company matters. While I can't disclose things such as a meeting with who, how often, and what I was told, I can summarize the situation like this. A general NDA only gives me freedom to retell my feelings through a process, but not disclose such process. I followed internal procedures to report a situation that I experienced as harassment. All relevant information was reviewed at the time. I received an apology and the matter was resolved privately. Out of respect for confidentiality, I can't share materials or identify anyone involved, but the appropriate departments were informed and the issue was closed. They have also been informed today about this due to recent inaccuracies in public statements. My decision to leave/graduate was not related to this incident. I had been considering graduation since early 2025, largely due to creative direction, stress, and wanting to pursue different goals. I had discussed these feelings repeatedly with the corresponding staff, plus making it quite obvious to everyone who watched my streams for quite a while. This was communicated later on as a difference in directions, which is the standard corporate phrasing used for such announcement. But her considering this in early 2025 doesn't really disprove Barry's timeline. Because it kind of just lines up with corporate perhaps putting pressure on her with the, whatever investigation there was. By early January 2025, I had already started officially communicating my feelings inside of the company. Honestly, this had been happening almost throughout the entirety of 2024 too. Okay, yeah, so yeah, this timeline kind of checks out. And I decided that the current contract term would be my last, and so I spent the remaining period to plan and complete my graduation properly. As many people know, notice must be given several months in advance before a contract automatically renews, which is exactly how the situation was handled. All that remained was to wait for the agreed date and complete the process publicly. Projects such as sponsorships or outfits had been planned months or even up to a year in advance, long before my graduation decision. Therefore, it's not really fair to imply that these opportunities were some kind of reward or compensation for misconduct. In fact, I had to withdraw from some activities due to the stress of scheduling and final preparation, plus these meetings I kept on having with staff mentioning my discomfort and wishes to leave. I had a uni friend with BPD and autism and obsessed at a teacher. I confronted her until I got weird and bad. Ooh, that sounds rough, man. I'm sorry you went through that, Tammy. Well, yes, it was sort of confirmed that, that Niji would discipline her. So let's look at the screenshot again. This is really the biggest screenshot that we have. So, thank you again for your feedback. Given the severity of her action, we have determined that the level of malice involved is substantial. Therefore, at 7 p.m. JST on October 18, we concluded that her penalty will either be a public apology accompanied by a suspension of activities or a contract termination if no apology is made. Barry did mention that she felt like, you know, I think she was talking from a place from her perspective that she felt like Mary was being rewarded by, you know, getting these events and getting these outfits. And Mary is saying, look, these things were planned months, even up to a year in advance, so it wasn't really a reward or a compensation for misconduct. In fact, it's the opposite because I had to withdraw from some activities. Oh, Sienese, is this a Sienna raid from the Twitch side? Yo, Sienna, how you been, girl? How you been? Welcome, raiders. Welcome, welcome. We're just going over this this Google Docky, a small one this time, not a big one. Oh, thank you. Yeah, make yourself at ease, guys. Okay. So, Mary continues here. This was my last interaction with her years before I had even taken the decision or graduated. Like she said, she blocked me and I decided to move on and remove myself from the situation completely, so I didn't mind if she needed to block me as well. Thank you for feeling comfortable enough to share all of this with me, by the way. I know I didn't really start our interaction on a lighter note, so I want to say I really appreciate you offering the time, being understanding, and letting a door be open for communication. I'm really sorry if my actions ever hurt you. Even if I had my reasons, you're still a person with feelings. Good luck, you got this. Not at all. Thank you for being brave and reaching out to me through this person. I know it was hard, but it meant a lot to me. Also, thank you for listening to all my BS today. Lamau. I thought bar.name would be a lot more helpful than other bar.name, probably Ike, in regards to conflict resolution in a group setting, because she knows both of us platonically. And I didn't want you to feel like both of us, Ike and I, were ganging up on you or anything like that. She's a good egg. So this was on 8/1/2023, and then later that day, just 2 minutes later, actually, not that later, don't worry, I don't mind because I can come to you. Why not the same, right? Plus men. Mary says such a mood. Thank you, really. Yeah, chat, all men are trash. Right, girlies? I'm joking. Such a mood. Thank you, really. If I ever have any questions or anything, I'll be sure to communicate. Haha, you really helped me a lot with my doubts. Okay, now go, get ready. It was nice talking to you. Menheras, yeah. I really appreciate the efforts you've made so far in respects to my boundaries, relationship. Oh, okay, this message comes later, like August 21st. Relationship, but after trying to give it a chance online and RL, I'm constantly hurt by the image of you. Your name, your interaction with my boyfriend, everything. If I have an issue, I will communicate that through Ike. I thought that adding you would help me heal, but it's doing more damage seeing you more. Just today, seeing your interaction with one another. Why are you so friendly with each other? I don't know, maybe because they're coworkers. Is there something I need to know about? Are you guys close friends? Why is he ignoring me to answer your messages when he's with me IRL? And you won't have to worry, I'm not going to Ike, to what? Any Niji events in the future, probably. Mary says test on 11:02 p.m. and this is like a block, like to showcase that she's been blocked. This is April 6, 2025. Okay, so in April, she did that. I wonder why April? 2025, like 2 years later? Interesting. I've been constantly harassed in the past while doing my online activities. I've received death threats and I have dealt with the stress of public scrutiny, which sadly happens when you're in this field of work. Nevertheless, I've never been in favor of, and I've always spoken out when allowed to, if I don't have an NDA, against it. Which is why I'm terrified that it's being implied that there was a constant harassment and death breaths being sent to Barry from 2022, since the incident happened, all up until 2025, when a graduation happened. I haven't been in contact with her at all. Today, I contacted my friends who were her friends as well, and they have confirmed they haven't talked with her since 2023 as well as past friends who knew more about her past actions. And they as well haven't talked with her over 3 years, mainly due to discomfort and fear. And none of my current friends have any kind of communication, nor they can talk about the matter due to strong NDA, as you may have figured out. Again, I have no knowledge of any party sending death threats or harassing any party, Barry or me, over this incident. But despite my differences with Barry and how this matter was closed, I will stand with her against any kind of bullying, death threats, and stupid harassment. This private matter is no excuse to start behaving like this. Friends notified me of what was happening, and despite my aversion to airing out private matters in Google Document showing screen... I like that she's like, yeah, I'm standing with her, you know, girl power. But in the previous paragraph, she's like, kind of insinuating that none of her friends talk to her because she's crazy and they're afraid of her, and she's making them uncomfortable. Like, anyway, despite my aversion to airing out private matters in Google Document, showing screenshots and pointing at people with actual names, not censoring names in conversation, etc., I also think it's only fair to also stand up against misinformation. I apologize for making this document so long, mainly due to screenshots really, and not giving further details about my personal life, who I dated, who I didn't date, who my friends are, who said A and who said B, censoring names, giving more information. One, what Barry would vent with me about her relationship or her ex-partner. I am following and protecting my friends from NDA, as well as following my lawyer's instructions on how to respect my own NDA, as well as giving as much respect as I can in this situation to Barry's personal life while trying to light the situation with some context. A lot of people have had years of constant scrutiny, and I don't wish for it to happen all over again for such a matter such as this. I wish no hate or misinformation keeps on being spread. Many people don't wish to speak up out of fear or simply because this was a private matter and there were NDA signs. Thank you for reading up until here and understanding. Interesting. I don't know what to think of all of this. I mean, Barry definitely comes out as more unstable than I thought. And we've had Minera's lie before, but we've also had Minera speak the truth. So this is kind of like a, how do you call that in court? Like when they, you know, character assassinate you to like, so you're not that credible. But otherwise, there's not that much evidence either. And I wish she provided some clarification over what happened with the meeting with the company. Like, why was that representative saying that she was gonna get punished and then didn't? But Barry's responded, by the way. Okay. Focus, Prima, focus. So, after this happened, what happened? I showed you guys the blurry screenshots. Then Barry responded pretty quickly and very emotionally. I think this whole situation is egregious. I don't understand why someone has to defend herself publicly in a personal love life situations. Fans aren't privy to, you know, like this. It's between them. Yeah, but remember that it's not just personal love life situation. There was doxing allegations, death threats allegations, and harassment. The thing is, Mary's claiming that these things didn't happen. So at this point, we're between Barry's word and Mary's word, and we gotta kind of decide who's the most credible. And the thing is, I guess Barry's coming off as less credible right now. What do you guys think? Who's the more credible? Press 1 in chat for Barry and press 2 in chat for Mary. Two. All right, so far it seems like people are siding more with Mary's version of event. Thing is also like, one thing though that Mary fucked up is by talking about Barry on stream and talking about this situation. And it's like, why do that? You know that if you do that, you're completely destroying your relationship with that person. And like, yeah, she was already blocked, but you know it's over after this. Like, you're burning a bridge. Okay, anyway, so what happens after? And then I'll redo the poll at the end of it. How about that? Barry Love, she responds. She says, "Thank you for bringing up our DMs. A fan who was merely supporting your ex endeavors was unnecessarily drawn into your personal matters, all while using your company account. Leaving things out of context only worsens misunderstanding. Just so you know, my lowest, so you don't feel crazy, there's this artist that I blocked, by the way, Lamau, on your Niji account? Yeah, you're so brave. It's crazy, like, she cosplays as barred out words, but then it's so obvious that she self-inserts with this person in her fan arts, right? At first, I thought it was crazy, and then I'd see her super horny super chats, and I'd see him use his thumbnails, then I'd see him like her tweets only, then I'd see him replying only to her. What does she mean by leaving this screenshot out of context? Was that in the initial doc? This is on, okay, this is on 2/08/2023. These are from 8/1, 8/1, 8/1, 8/1/2, 8/22. This isn't it either. This is 8/23, 8/1, 8/1. I don't... Huh? Nani? 8/1/2023, 8/1/2023. And then the next screenshot is 8/21/2023. This doesn't... Oh, sorry, I'm dumb. This is in February, I guess. Because it's 02/08/2023. Am I just looking at the wrong date this entire time? So what is this supposed to prove, though? Isn't it just like they're just slinging shit at each other? Yeah, so Barry ended up deleting this tweet. Okay, so this is just a dumbass tweet, and I guess people are talking about this, I don't understand what's the point of these tweets. Like, Barry's doing a really bad job at defending herself right now. Anyways, alright, so do you guys want to know who this artist that they're talking about is, or do we not fucking care? It's like apparently about a Vox fan, like a hyper simp. And she's apparently a very well-connected fan artist that constantly posts self-insert porn of her and Vox. She's like she's a VTuber. No, we're not gonna see corn. Don't worry. I can't show that. Cringe, but that's what fans do? Yeah, that's the Fujoshi communities. Yeah, remember hearing about her? She's a superstar who does Vox self-inserts. I'm not sure what the point of bringing that into the conversation for Barry. I think she's just trying to make Mary look bad, maybe. But I don't understand why it's leaving things out of context. Because unless I missed something, there's no screenshots from those dates in there. There's no screenshots from like 0208. So I'm just super confused. Alright, Barry. Anyway, after that, Barry posted an apology saying, I messed up. I recognize that my initial response was reactive and I apologize for that. I'm deeply hurt and overwhelmed. Thank you for being patient with me. These are important concerns. I want to take the time to respond thoughtfully and respectfully. Good night. So Barry posted this and then she deleted it. Oh, I think she meant that she was showing Mary as a jealous and insecure person who lashed out as well, and that their DMs wasn't only one-sided venting. Context. Ah, okay, that's what she meant by context. But to be fair to Mary, she did say that she also confided in her about stuff and that she felt that they had gotten more comfortable together because of it. Didn't she say that? Like I'm paraphrasing, but I feel like she said that. But I get it. Okay, I get Barry's point a little more now. After this, Barry finally posted like an hour later, I believe, a document tweeting, thank you for allowing me a moment to organize my thoughts. And this is deleted as well as of now. We got a copy. She says, I am providing this response to Mary's comments. This experience has been both challenging and emotionally taxing. I also want to apologize to anyone who's been hurt by any of this. It's not fair that these situations are being revisited. I sincerely appreciate everyone for their time. I know how the community feels about documents and about airing private matters. This is the main reason as to why I didn't even want to write one from the start. I believe the situation was a private matter between individuals that already been discussed and resolved in private. Thank you for sharing your perspective. I do want to clarify that this issue was initially raised publicly by you, which is why it became known to others in the community. My experience was used for content. I was sent this VOD. Oh, this is a VOD we watched where she's like destroying those Oreos. I still don't know the relevance of my personal and romantic life since it wasn't brought up in the rest of Barry's statement, and me having to clear this section seems a bit out of pocket and unnecessary, but I felt it was needed to address everything that was pointed and painted about me as much as possible. I understand that this may have seemed unexpected. I brought this matter up because in a private conversation, you shared your interest in a relationship similar to mine. I also want to formally note that certain actions on your part have caused discomfort to others. I believe it is important for this to be acknowledged and considered in the appropriate context. It makes me question what I bring to the table. No, it's natural. Everyone did. From my part, it's because, yeah, I already explained. You don't really think on how you might end up feeling. You think like I had to go through, I don't know, bar that word. I wish I had a healthy relationship, not specifically with Vox? Pause champ, maybe? Just, I want a normal relationship, and yours look so goddamn good, Lamau. Bardat words and I are literally like, when's my turn? We only get shit, guys. But then, all couples have their own problems, huh? Even after the call, she kept on DMing me, asking me why I was talking with him publicly on Twitter, why was he answering to my tweets but not replying to her DMs, why we were friends, if we were truly friends or something else, why were we having group calls with her colleagues, why we were collabing on stream, all based on this attitude with her and him replying to my tweets. And every time she'd come to me with these questions, I'd reassure her, ask her how she felt, let her vent, and make her, or so I thought, feel comfortable once again, asking her to fully communicate with her partner. True, 5-page Google Doc. She missed the 995 other pages. Barry responds to this statement. I understand and appreciate the efforts you made to reassure me. I also want to acknowledge that in these moments you were vulnerable with me as well, and I was there to support you. At the same time, I would like to address a concern regarding an incident where a fan was blocked after engaging in support of your ex-partner. Oh, so it wasn't just Vox. Oh, ex-partner, yes, so it might have been Vox. Okay. If you wish to I'm like... I was confused as to whose ex-partner it was, but I get it now. If you wish to discuss moments when I was vulnerable or insecure, I would encourage reflecting on your own actions and contributions to similar situations. I was there for you too. Because I give 0 fucks, Lamau. How many fans would I think that it was Barry if she hadn't outed herself? I mean, good point. Good point. But I guess to their close circle, they must have known. But fans, probably not, yeah. I give 0, because I give 0 fucks. Lamau, Twitter, she, lol, as you should. It's crazy, like she cosplays as this person, but then it's so obvious that she self-insert with Vox in her fan art, right? At first I thought it was crazy. Then I'd see her super horny super chat, see him use his thumbnail, and see him like her tweets only. Then I'd see him replying only to her. Barry censored words. Then I'd see his talking to her on Discord. Ooh, talking in Discord. She has also been found to have bookmarked a 4chan website along with several other archive sites. Oh shit! Did Barry watch our stream? I don't know, but how did those people on 4chan know? Oh, did 4chan talk about it? Okay, well, yeah. I mean, 4chan just knows. I guess they're at it. Vox talking to fans, color me shocked. Leo, you're too funny. Unfortunately, that mutual friend took a screenshot which was shown to Barry. Ex-girlfriend is a fucking Menhera, help. Okay, this is the big allegation. The message posted anonymously on that specific website appears to be similar in context and writing style to communications originating from Mary's private account. Why is this girlfriend such a weird Menhera? Holy Lamau. I asked my work friends about her since they had helped me set up the call with her and they had been friends with her for years before me and they had all said the same thing. She seemed to always have these kinds of problems in her previous relationships and I'd taken distance from her since they got as emotionally tired as I did at the end of all this. I want to bring to your attention that a similar situation was mentioned on 4chan around September 2024. While I cannot confirm any direct connection, the circumstances appear potentially related, and given the context, I believe it is worth noting for consideration. This girl had so much drama in the Utaite community as well. I think she's been friends with this person and this person for a while now, but they just kind of ignore her because Menhera. Ooh. The tweet was available. Maybe this is a screenshot that she received back then. That's why she still has a screenshot. Had a does 4chan know about this? This is from September 2024. I did not use or mention the term Menhera at any point in my video. I found it unusual that she included this in her document. However, there appears to be a strange recurring pattern of behavior in which an individual on 4chan has described me using this term. Bar name crazy girlfriend. She's trying to get into bar word right now. Kick. I hope she gets in and gets Menhera episodes with any girl that gets close to this person on and off stream. Are the Reimu 4chan rats back in full force? Barry, you evil bitch. Oh, this is the screenshots we saw yesterday of like the harassment on 4chan. You know, the KYS stuff. Who the fuck is Barry? And then she adds, April 14 is my birthday. I agree that this kind of behavior is entirely unacceptable. If Barry was not involved, it's deeply unfortunate that someone may be acting maliciously to create conflict and cause genuine harm. To clarify, I am speaking only for myself. From my experience, my former partner also spoke to several trusted individuals about aspects of the treatment we experience within our shared professional and social circles, and because it's out there, I loved and cared for this person deeply. If I could rewind my life just to meet them again for the first time, I would. I want to make it clear that I do not support or condone any harmful or hateful remarks directed towards Mary or her former employer. What began as a private matter has regrettably escalated, and I hope we can now focus on moving toward closure and identifying the individual responsible for sharing this information. So where's the doxing screenshot? Is that it? I echo the sentiment expressed by others and respectfully ask that this matter be handled and resolved privately from this point forward. This is me right now, looking for the doxing allegations. Nani? So Barry's response, she deleted that response. Probably because she realized that it was lacking. It is very lacking. I think there needed to be more explanation as to where the dox is coming from. Because, okay, we've seen the death threats, we've seen the harassment, maybe, I mean, it's not totally correlated to Reimu, it's a rat. But this is definitely not doxing. This can't be the only thing. So if Barry has more, she better show it. She's not focusing, she's only focusing on the weak arguments. That's, so it's a pretty weak response. Again, like the strongest thing from Barry's document really is that screenshot from the Niji Sanji representative, which I'll pull up again. Saying, thank you for your feedback. Given the severity of her actions, we have determined that the level of malice involved is substantial. Therefore, at 7 p.m. JST on October 18, we concluded that her penalty will either be a public apology accompanied by a suspension of activities or contract termination if no apology is made. So it's like, is the screenshot fake or, you know... And how did they wouldn't have made this decision based on speculations. While we will not disclose your identity as the source of the information, we must show her the bullying and doxing comments from her locked X account as part of the process. So, you know, they're saying that the bullying and doxing comments are from her locked X account. They're not saying 4chan. They're not saying 4chan. They're saying her locked X account. And, like, I can't believe that Barry wouldn't have those screenshots. if they exist. Terminated her contract as a secure public apology. As a result, you may be able to deduce that you are the source of the information. We look forward to hearing from you soon. And the thing is, we don't have a date. So we can't really look into it further. And I want to read back the part in the doc which talks about the company. Okay, so she says, I followed internal procedures to report a situation that I experienced as harassment. But it's not specified whether this was related to Barry or not. All relevant information was reviewed at the time. I received an apology and the matter was resolved privately. Out of a respect for... I wish it was like a little bit more specific here. Like, I get not going through NDA, but surely you can be a little bit... You can say that the matter involved this situation. I can't share materials or identify anyone involved, but the appropriate departments were informed and the issues was closed. They have also been informed today about this due to recent inaccuracies in public statements. They have also been informed today, like Niji Sanji, about this due to recent inaccuracies in public statements. Which public statements are they talking about? My decision to leave graduate was not related to this incident. I had been considering graduation since early 2025. Yada yada. This was later communicated. By early January 2025, I already started officially communicating my feelings inside of the company. And I decided that the current contract term would be my last. And so I spent the remaining period. Yeah, it's very, very unclear. I'm with her though for the project and outfit bit. I get that part. But to me, this is very wishy-washy. So, you know, we don't even know if this is a harassment related to the situation. Is it just like regular harassment that she got? Is it just like 4chan stuff? I am not saying she needs to name something, guys. I'm simply stating that what is the harassment from? Is it just random harassment? Because these guys are public figures. They probably get harassed all the time, like, as unfortunate as it is. So, I'm not very convinced by Barry's response. This is me right now. I'm also not entirely sure I trust Mary. Not just because of this situation, but more because of all the other stuff about her that's come out before. Because basically her doc is, yeah, basically just hiding behind NDA, which is, I mean, it's kind of convenient. And then she like apologizes 4 times for the length of the doc, but it wasn't that long. Which is, it could be nothing, but it's kind of like a red flag too. It's kind of like when you're buying a used car and somebody keeps saying that they're big on security and they're big on security, so they keep like trying to sell you that the car is safe. And I'm just like, why do you keep repeating that? But that could just be me. That's just I don't know, a perception thing. There needs to be I still have questions about the screenshot from the company representative. We don't know where in that timeline is. Did it come before the ticket Mary did? Or did it come after? So basically we're left with nothing but presumptions and massive speculations. Yeah, I feel like also nothing that Barry has shown has proved that this harassment came from Mary herself. And this is why I find her response very, very weak, and why I'm not convinced either. Barry's response and evidence have been poor, but at the same time, Mary still looks super sus. She never refutes the email or says it's fake in her doc, and there are still the twisty comments. That's exactly what I'm saying, Sean. Yeah, you put it in better words than me. Thank you. So, yeah, that's also kind of where I'm at. But yeah, the Barry response is really bad. And the fact that she keeps deleting all that, it's like, man, I want to find this Tyler 1 clip that summarizes how I feel about this so well. Okay, I can't find it, but it's just like, I don't know why they're rushing to put up a response. Just take your time, take a shower, gather your evidence, and don't just rush to respond under the strain of emotions. It's not a good look. Like, Barry is super frazzled. Yeah, it's an emotional roller coaster. And like, I'm, you know, is the Niji Sanji screenshot fake? Like, what is this, you know? You know what I mean? And there's also been another tweet that's pretty funny from Twisty. Well, she seems to be innocent. It seems if we are talking about who I think you are talking about, she just dropped a Google Doc proving her innocence. I mean, she didn't prove that much in the Google Doc either. There's still a lot of unanswered questions. But Barry's response was worse. Lulu responds, I'm fine to keep it real, G. I don't give a fuck about her other shit. She's a psychotic, manipulative bitch. As a pure, innocent angel and child of God, I feel some disdain towards the Lord for making me unable to lie. Mayhaps if I had no conscience, I could too be perma-defended by 2 IQ people. I'm screaming. This is so fucking funny. This is so fucking funny. Twisty has no chill. But I don't understand. How is she? She's a private account. How is she perma fighting with people on her private account? Like, where do they come from? How do they see her tweets? The corporate speech from Mary saying she was talked to about the harassment. After review, it was nothing and Mary was apologized to. Yeah, but I don't know if it's because she's ESL, but she doesn't really... No, it doesn't specify about this particular case of harassment. It just says... I can't disclose things such as meeting with who, how often, and what I was told. I can summarize the situation like this. I can only give me freedom to retell my feelings through a process, but not disclose such process. I followed internal procedures to report a situation that I experienced as harassment. It doesn't specify which situation. All relevant information was reviewed at the time. I received an apology, and the matter was resolved privately. Out of respect for confidentiality, I can't share materials or identify anyone involved, but the appropriate departments were informed, and the issue was closed. They have also been informed today about this due to recent inaccuracies in public statement. Maybe they'll back her up with a statement, and that will clarify things, since she said she's informed them. Doesn't this doc say she reported harassment? Is this really addressing what Barry said? But what do you mean? Master N, don't bring up other, even if they're friends of the stream, don't bring up other content creators, please. Respect the chat rules. I don't like relying on Niji for getting the truth of a situation. Yeah, true. Yeah, Barry's saying she made a report and she got the screenshots. Yeah, exactly. Mary is saying she made her own reports. Isn't this separate reports? It looks like it, yeah. 2 separate reports. Maybe they both reported each other. But then I don't know why this Niji Sanji representative would have replied to Barry telling her that, you know, they've determined the case. And then it's October 18, so it's gotta be October 18, 2024, right? She graduated in 2025. She's been considering graduation since early 2025. But Mary's story is only about Mary's report resolution, not about Barry's report resolution. Yeah, it's not addressed. So, like, there's, like I said, I'm left with more questions than answer after reading all of this. Basically, the only thing we got more info on is how much of a Menhera Barry is. So, okay, let's poll this. Who are you guys leaning with right now? Press 1 for Barry, press 2 to Mary. I think on this particular issue, I'm leaning more with Mary right now. But I still would like to know more. before making my decision. But I don't know if we're gonna get more. Like, I still don't trust Mary. Don't get me wrong. Or 3 for Twisty. Let's add 3 for Twisty. I still don't trust Mary. But on this particular situation, with what's come out so far, I think, I mean, I just don't see the doxing stuff. Like, she needs to show, Barry needs to show me the doxing stuff, and she needs to show me how it's relating to Mary and the harassment too. Because 4chan screenshots, all right, true, that rat was kind of alluring, and I kind of get it, but I need more. I need more to sink my teeth in, you know? Yeah, Barry needs to show real evidence, and I never trusted Barry to begin with. Funny. Yeah, I think that's the sentiment. Bro, this is like Roman school drama. Fuck, yeah. And I feel like Barry is a crazy ex, but I don't think Barry being a crazy ex and Mary being a manipulative person who leaks shit is mutually exclusive. True. And okay, so there's also another thing, you know, about Raymu. Well, about Mary, actually. Alright, the names are kind of confusing, but what can you do? VTuber stuff. We found the original document about her past behavior. And I'm not gonna go into the entire document. You know, the victim... Well, unless you guys want me to go through the doc one day, we can. What time is it? Maybe not today. But there is one part where the victim says... Fuck. I posted this in my Discord server like this morning. And I'm not very good at searching things, so I'm just scrolling till I find it. Oh, there's also something else. I'm not gonna go through the entire thing, but basically this document is called My Experience / Evidence Against He or No. And there's some very heavy accusations in it. But what's interesting is that the victim says it was horrible. His friends, MarieFD and Raccoon, would tweet about me despite being a minor. And this is a person talking about their rape accusations. During that time, they were very popular, for which I was the target of harassment that I didn't deserve. I couldn't comprehend all the hate I received just for expecting some emotional responsibility on top of that, since they were older. I assumed they were in the right and that it was all my fault. Next summer, despite everything that had happened, we were still in contact, and I told him I was going to stay at the summer house for vacation. He invited me to go out with him, and I accepted as my feelings for me were still present. Some people online have been pointing out that, you know, there's a pattern of, you know, Mary using her platform to shut down criticism. Now, this may play into your judgment of the situation or not. This is a situation that's happened a long time ago, and people can change. It is very old. It's very old. No, I haven't seen it, Spirit. Are you trolling right now, or is this true? So, but you know what? One one good thing that's come out of this situation is that this made a Niji sister decide to stop being a Niji sister. So I'll call that a win. Wait, why can't I open the screenshot? Okay. I know people hate reading essays, so I'm just going to keep this short. And then they posted like 4 screenshots of this, by the way. I'm gonna be honest, this community isn't what it used to be, and lately I've been feeling like I should take a step back. Not for like a day or two, but a proper step back. And I do mean it this time. The past year has been one of the most stressful ones for me, and I think I need a break, and not just from this fandom, but from VTuber content and communities, period. I'm sorry if I've not always been the most emotionally mature or conscious person when it comes to using my platform. The truth is that I've been feeling very sick and unsettled by my presence here for a while now, ever since that cancellation attempt in April. Wait, there's been a cancellation attempt on like a fan? And I've only been feeling worse since the days have gone on. Ever since that... This is me again right now, chat. Ever since that first happened, my trust in this community has significantly waned. I will always be grateful for the friends I've had here, but VTubers in this community has just not made me happy anymore. Every time I try to have fun, I feel people ignoring me and unfollowing me. And every time something bad happens, I gain a surge of followers and attention. It sounds stupid and petty when I put it like that, but it really deteriorates you over time and fucks with your psyche. It makes you think your value is limited to negativity, even when you try to avoid it. This has always been something I could escape from in the past, but with the situation surrounding Aster, I feel like the community has only worsened in its negativity and overall animosity towards people. And unfortunately, though sometimes warranted, I have been a consistent target. Last night was just a breaking point in terms of how awful I felt. I was going through so much guilt over what happened, and I felt like throwing up over and over. The only way I managed to stop panicking was to shut my phone. If you're reading this and you're my friend or a trusted acquaintance, please don't feel as if you've ever contributed to me feeling this way. Oftentimes you were the people that actually motivated me to stay here, and I appreciate that dearly. This is not a good... Okay, something fell. It's fine. I got scared. Oh, like the DG sisters are behind me. This is not a goodbye. So see you later. I'm going to test myself by taking a break till Luxium 4 year, and then I'll decide whether I want to be a fan or not. Hopefully by then things calm down and I can feel better about my position here. I know that this might seem dramatic, notes app essay for hiatus, but I really just wanted to articulate myself properly. Thank you for reading this whole thing. I'll be replying to people for the rest of the day and this account will remain public during my hiatus so people can view my threads, edits, etc. I want people to still have access to the fun stuff I tried to do for this fandom, even if it's often buried unwanted controversy. If you want to continue to follow me, I'll be using my multi-fandom account for my other interest. It's not got anything to do with VTubers, but it's there. Be good people, and I'll see you in December. Ali. Horses started easily. Always exercise care, chat. That is true. But I'm not a horse. God damn it. Yeah, she said she was taking a break, not quitting. I've kind of been... I was kind of baited. I was kind of baited by this. Wait! Are you for... You're right. So they're only taking a month hiatus. Dude, we read 4 pages for a month hiatus? That's so funny. hope she comes back level-headed, but I'm not hoping for the best. We'll see. We'll see. It's just a fan. It's not like something very big. I just wanted to end on a lighthearted note. Anyways, it's not a big deal. It's kind of a nothing burger. What else should we do? So there's this, yeah, we're probably not gonna do Cinder today, but there is something related to Cinder that we could do. Guys, how long was that Aru segment that we were sent of her reacting to Silvervale? So we found out, you know, yesterday how I was saying that I wished Aru reacted to the Silvervale segment? Well, apparently she did react to her. And apparently, I haven't watched it yet, but they found out that based on the screenshots in on Silvervale's doc, that Cinder lied about some of her claims with Aru. So I kind of want to go over it. You just put up the VOD. No clue. Celtic cut it in. How long is it? Let me see. Do I have them to do this today? He said it was 30 minutes. Is it really 30 minutes? Celtic, are you here? But I don't believe that it's only 30 minutes going for over the silver part of the dock, because that's a really long one. Cinder lied? Color me surprised. Oh, I clipped 30 minutes of it. But does she stop talking about it after? I mean, I have the entire VOD. I have the timestamp. What do we have left in the Cinder doc? Like, for real, dogs? I'm gonna start talking like Aru. We're almost done. We're basically done. Oh my god, 100 pages for Spite. We're basically like, I feel like next stream we're done. Like we can do all of that in the next stream. I got spirits unlocked on this Cinder stuff. Sorry, Spirit. We took a little detour. Yeah, but I don't think we can do the Spite section like tonight. It's already 10. My highlight channel editor is gonna like have a meltdown. Yes, I do want a vacation after all of this. So you guys better step up on the super chat. Wallahi, like she says. I'm joking. Oh my god, it's 5:20 a.m. for you? That is crazy. Alright, you know what? I think we just... The Rima vacation, it's gonna be that, that React gift that I uploaded. The one with Jojo yelling, Rima! Rima! What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. One last time.
It's my platform, baby. Come stream on Twitch. I like 'em crazy. Yeah, Danny, fucking rich girls, don't be lazy. Put some energy in that clip. Go buy a hot tub, strip down. Shawty loves the fit, and Danny's 60, but still want some off that drip. Don't wear the safety. Twitch con, young, wild and free. These baddies chase me, but don't bring security.
That's my favorite part. It's so fucking stupid. Yeah, cat times and chat.
You say Twitch greedy, cause it's a 50-50 split, and I don't care that. You get it 95 on kick, don't be so needy. Yeah, this is Gucci coming hit. If you're not happy, you can always leave it quick, cause we got baddies. That's the most important bit. Come on,
Yeah.
yeah, right here is live on Twitch. It's a soft core side. We got the girlies getting lit. Take all your clothes off, get down and flash your tits.
I love this bit. It's so funny. Yeah. I know what I'm listening to tomorrow morning.
Revenue falling off a cliff. It's not the same now. And lost soul got down and sick. So sad I'm crying. But I got this.
Yeah, the pool clips are real Twitch stream.
Who wanna watch this shit?
Yeah, no, the real Twitch boba clips.
Type shit, my life a movie. TwitchCon was off the grid. I'ma watch some
TwitchCon was off
Chill out,
the
cool
grid.
off a bit. See you in the next one. Gucci marks generated the shit.
The high note at the end is so funny. Hey y'all, so look, Emilia, who was formerly Maria from V4 Mirai, as you guys know, she's lost her IP and she's doing her first stream just chatting now. This is her first comeback stream and I really want to rate her and go show her support and show her lots of loves and a lot of positivity to negate all the, you know, the bad stuff that she's been through. So I'm going to send you guys there. And on the Twitch side, I'm sending you guys to Milky. And I know this has been a short stream today, and I'm very sorry about that. It's my fault because we started really late. But tomorrow, I promise, I will do an earlier stream, and we are going to finish the Cinder doc, okay? Pinky swear. And thank you so much for everything. And yeah. Thank you so much, guys. I love y'all. Bye-bye.